Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we're looking at a piece of hardware that usually lives in a dark server rack, completely out of sight.
Exactly. It's that invisible infrastructure.
Right. And if this thing stops working, an entire corporate headquarters might just grind to a halt.
Oh, absolutely. If it works, you never think about it. If it fails, well, the CEO can't show their slides and everyone panics.
So we're looking at the Kramer MC3-2R-2H 4K 60 scaling card. And I know that is a mouthful of a name.
It is, yeah.
But our mission today is to decode that alphabet soup and figure out why a professional would spend over $3,000 on this one specific card.
And that discounted price of, what, around $3,400? It sounds steep for one component until you realize it's not just an adapter. It's essentially the central nervous system for a really high-end AV setup.
Okay, so let's unpack that name first. MC3-2R-2H.
Right.
It sounds kind of like a droid from Star Wars, but I assume there's logic there.
There is. It's actually a very clean code for the I/O structure. The 2R stands for 2 HDBT inputs. You can think of R as, well, receiving signals from far away over network cables.
And the 2H?
2H stands for 2 HDMI outputs.
And that distinction is crucial, right? I mean, why not just use HDMI for everything?
Distance, that's the killer. Standard HDMI cables, they start to degrade after just a few meters. If you're running a feed from a lecture hall podium to a control room way at the back,
HDMI just won't cut it.
it won't. And that's where the HDBT 3.0 standard comes in. This card lets you send these massive signals up to 100 meters. That's 330 feet over, just like, standard copper cable.
But the name also calls it a scaling card.
Yeah.
This feels like where the real sort of professional value kicks in.
Oh, this is the big differentiator. It has built-in ProCamp high-resolution scaling.
Which means, in the real world,
It means you might have one person plugging in a 1080p laptop, the next person has a 4K media player, someone else a tablet, all different resolutions. This card just processes all of it, so the output to the main display is always consistent.
and the specs mention something about it being glitch-free.
Right. We've all been in that meeting. You switch sources and the screen goes black, it flickers.
That awkward 5 seconds of silence.
Exactly. This promises a smooth cut-through transition in under 1.5 seconds. It basically maintains the handshake with the display so you never get that black screen.
That alone might be worth the price for some IT managers. So let's talk quality. It says 4K 60.
Yep, that's the gold standard right now. 4K resolution at 60 Hertz. But more importantly, it supports 4.4.4 chroma sampling.
Which, for anyone who doesn't know, means what exactly?
It means no color compression. When you're streaming a movie, services compress color data to save bandwidth. That's fine for video, but if you're displaying, say, an Excel spreadsheet with tiny text,
It gets fuzzy.
it gets fuzzy. 4.4.4 keeps those lines and text razor sharp. Plus, it handles HDR10 and up to 32 channels of uncompressed digital audio.
So you're getting your Dolby True HD and DTS HD right alongside the video.
Exactly.
Okay, here's where it got really interesting for me. It's not just video and audio. I'm looking at the ports here. There's Ethernet, USB.
Yeah, this is what turns it into a KVM extender keyboard video mouse. It gives you Ethernet extension up to a gigabit per second and USB 2.0.
So practically speaking, what does that let me do?
Imagine your loud, hot computer is in a server closet 100 meters away. With this, you can have a clean desk with just a monitor, mouse, and keyboard controlling that machine with, like, zero latency.
You're moving the human 300 feet away from the actual hardware. And it handles RS-232 and IR signals, too.
It does, bidirectionally. So your control system can turn displays on and off from far away. It consolidates everything, power, data, control, AV, into one cable run.
Speaking of power, it mentions PoE.
Power over Ethernet. The card itself sits in a powered chassis, so it can send electricity down that same copper cable to power the wall plate at the other end.
So you don't need to hire an electrician to put an outlet in the wall.
Exactly. Huge for installers. And the whole thing weighs, what, less than half a kilogram?
Tiny.
Slides right into the chassis.
So to kind of wrap this up, we're looking at a card that's a bridge between long-distance HDBT and local HDMI.
And it's prioritizing that seamless experience, the fast switching, the high data rates. 18 GB piece.
Ideally, it's the piece of tech you never, ever notice.
That's the goal. It hides all the complexity 100 meters away so the user can just walk in, plug in their laptop, and it just works instantly.
It's fascinating how this invisible tech is what actually enables those complex collaborative spaces we see everywhere now.
It really is. It proves that sometimes the most valuable technology is the stuff you don't even see.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for unpacking this with us.
My pleasure.
I'll see you on the next deep dive.